What's going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I have a special surprise for you guys. We are going to review, guess what, it's a Prius. It's a Toyota too. Well, Toyota is a Prius, but anyways, today we are going to review the 2023 Toyota Prius. And yes, this is the redesign. It's in white color. It's one of the first ones in Japan that you can register and drive. And look at those beauty, look at those headlights, dude. That looks really nice. We have the parking sensors in the front. There's the nice looking tire option too. It just looks really stylish, and this paint color is just, it kind of looks like matte white or like a silver. Not really a silver, but like a white metallic. It's really nice shape, and you can see the body lines also. Black mirror caps, obviously because we're in Japan. This is right hand drive, but all the Priuses have this body style, even in the USDM. And here we have the back of it. We can see here how wide it is. It looks really cool, honestly. You can see here the option. There's nothing here, but it's just a black plastic. But here we have the LED tail light, the bar, and the Prius logo coming over here. We have the EHV. We have a great boot. We can access the boot by going over here under. Oh, it was under over here. Here we have the boot. It looks really nice. There's a lot of storage here. Now I'm assuming underneath here we have a spare tire. Yep, we do have a spare tire. And this car literally has 400 miles, so it's basically brand new. So that's really cool to see. Here we have the doors for the rear. It has an electronic button that you just pops, and it pops the door. Because this is the base model, we have the base cloth seats, but there is a lot of space behind here. As you can see, I've got a lot of space, and also a lot of room for my head, so that looks good. And we also have 3 seats over here on the back, and also charging over there. It looks like it's a USB Type A and Type C, but no, surprisingly no air vents. Now let's jump into the front, where the surprises and all the amenities are. Let's close this door good. There we go. Here we have the front seat. Obviously, because we're in Japan, it is on the right hand side, but it's basically going to be the same layout. We have all the windows control here, the door panel, and it's not a bad quality. I mean, it's hard plastic, but looks like it's going to be durable. We have a light bar over here that goes on the other side, which is really nice at night. We have this new steering wheel design, if you can see, and this is also on the new Toyota SUV electric that's in the US, that's being shared with the Subaru, so that's really cool to see. And we have all the Toyota senses, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, that's all standard here. And also here we have the buttons on the left side, the buttons on the right side. The right side control the adaptive cruise control and all that safety system, and the left side controls the infotainment, which we have over here. The infotainment has a basic navigation map. As you can see over here, we are in Japan, so maybe the layout will be a little bit different from the US, but basically this is the layout. We have the music, we have the phone, we have the vehicle settings, which we can go through, like the aircon and everything like that. Here we have the aircon. You can change the aircon and stuff like that, but it's all in Japanese. And also like the economy stuff and whatever is going on with the car. That's really cool to see. There you go. And we also have the other option tab, which it has Wi-Fi, and also control the settings of the car and make it to your preference, and also connect it to the mobile app. So that's really cool to see. And we also have the settings page, which you can switch it up and change it to your liking. Over here in the middle of the steering wheel we have the main cluster, which is really small. Here we can see on the right side the speedometer and whatever is going on with the engine system, whether it's on the eco or power. Basically when you give the gas it's on the power meter, but when you recuper it's on the lowest settings over here, and also on the eco mode when you are driving slowly and basically not wasting a lot of gas. On top we have the EV, because this car can go into EV mode and also have a EV button. But basically the left side of this car cluster can also change to the navigation, to the music, to the car settings and data. Over here we have the safe sense, which you can switch it on and off. Here we can switch it on. That's really cool. And also other settings like the what's your and also other settings like your gas meter and your notifications, so anything like that. But you can also just keep it simple and just keep this in the middle. On the right side we have the fuel gauge over here and also the fuel range, and also we have the gear lever over there that says if you're in park, drive, or neutral, or reverse. Here on the right side we have the automatic headlight and also the headlight adjustment, which I think it's only for Japan. We have the trip odometer here and also the adjustment of the brightness of the gauge cluster. Here on the bottom we have the toll payment for Japan. This is not going to be on the US model, but we also have the AC 100 volt AC that's in the middle here, which you can use to power up your devices, and also the gas fill up cap to release. Here we go in the middle. Let me zoom this up a little bit. There we go. So here in the middle we have the leather pouch to rest your hand. We can open up this and we can find 2 USB Type-C connection and also a little bit of storage, which isn't bad. Here on the right side we have a slot to put your smartphone or power bank in this case. In the middle here we have the gear shifter, which is the same as on the older Priuses, the same layout, but it's a different gear shifter, which you can turn down, which you can turn to the right and down for drive, like this. That's for drive. If you just go one up, that's reverse, and if you go one down without shifting to the right, it's neutral. And to press park, we can press park over here, and that activates the parking brake also. We have an auto hold function when you stop at the red light, where you can basically the car brakes for you, so you don't have to keep the brake pedal on the car. We have the automatic parking brake here, which you can activate and deactivate when you park the car. And we also have the drive modes here, which are Eco, Normal, Sport, and Custom. And here we have the 2 cup holders, some extra space, and also space to connect the USB Type-C 2 ports for your devices. And here in the middle we have the climate control with the heated seats, comes standard, and just your basic climate control layout. And here on top we have the beautiful light, which is LED now, which looks really fancy and nice. But this was just a quick review, and I just wanted to show you guys the new 2023 Prius. I've driven this Prius and it actually drives really nice with all the tech safety and adaptive cruise control. I think this is really go-to if you're looking to buy a hybrid vehicle in the car market. And with the Prius being updated, it actually looks really stylish, so that's really nice to hear. I mean, look at the lights and everything. Look at the body. It just looks really, really nice. And I think if you're looking for a hybrid vehicle, you cannot go wrong with the Toyota, because Prius has been one of the best hybrid cars sold in the US. So I think this is not a wrong choice, and I think that this will be really, really popular in the US, obviously because it's a Prius, a lot of taxes, and other people are going to buy this to save gas. especially now that the gas is expensive. So I think this is a great buy. But with the car being new, I think it might have a lot of markups. But look up for deals and also for dealerships who are not going to mark you up for this car. But I think it's a really good car. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section below, and subscribe for more videos like this. I'll see you soon. Goodbye. Okay guys, so here is the driving portion of the new Toyota Prius. We are driving in the snow mountains of Japan, and the car is really comfortable on the suspension side and also on the engine. So when you put on the gas and you want to pass somebody, the engine is not too loud. And I know that on the previous Prius models the engine was kind of noisy, but I think that they fixed it with the installation. I really like the display here because it's right in front of the road, so you don't have to take your eyes off or anything like that. We have the Apple CarPlay on the left side over here, where we connect your phone and put the navigation like I did so. And everything is really close to the driver, so the controls, you know, the buttons, the shifter over here at the bottom, everything is really close. And I kind of also like this new steering wheel design. It's not massive, but it's really wide and it's really comfortable. It's made out of some leatherette, or it's not plastic, it's some type of soft material, which is really nice, and it seems to be durable. But even on the handling side, obviously this is a Prius, it's not a race car, but it's mostly flat when you try to take corners on it. But obviously this is not a sports car, it is economy car. And talking about economy, this car has been doing great. It has been getting about 50 miles per gallon, and that's combined with city and highway use, which is really great to see, because we see an improvement on the new Prius miles economy compared to the previous models. And I'm going to be quiet for a second so you can hear the noise ambient. Now keep in mind that the roads here are not as good as they would be, but anyway, let's do the sound check. So that is the typical sound that you would be hearing when you're in the Prius. Obviously I don't have any music on, but that's generally the sound that you would be hearing, which is really quiet and really comfortable for long term driving. But yeah, in general I would say that the new Prius drive actually really nice. It's really comfortable on the bumps. I think it's a big improvement compared to the previous model, and it's great. There's nothing really bad to talk about. And if you put the car into sport mode, it is also really quick. I wouldn't say it's fast, but it's really quick, because as you know, the new Prius has 220 horsepower on the Prius Prime and 200 horsepower on the regular Prius, which is this one. So it has a big power improvement, and you won't be very slow. So getting into the highway and, you know, stop signs and stuff like that, you don't have power to power them through. So that won't be a problem anymore, which is great to see, because previous Prius models weren't really that fast, let's be honest. But yeah, in general I would say that this car drives really well, and it's really comfortable to use for daily driving or just for long-term driving with your family, because it has enough space in the back. Although I wish that the cargo area was a little bit bigger, but as it is right now, it's not bad at all. But yeah, I would, if you're in the market of buying, you know, a hybrid vehicle, I would highly consider test driving a Prius and looking at it in person, because it's really a pretty car for the new redesign, and it also drives great. But yeah, that is my recommendation. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.